Open your fridge right now. A can of soda, some yogurt, leftover pizza, and maybe some fruit flown in from the other side of the planet. But to your ancestors, none of this is food. So what did they actually eat? The answer would horrify most people alive today. Scientists have found proof in caves around the world. Proof that changes everything we thought we knew about our own species. But to understand it, we have to go back to the beginning, roughly 3 million years ago. Your earliest ancestors were not hunters. They were scavengers.
Then the hyenas came in for the rest, and they crunched through the ribs, the skin, and the smaller bones.
By the time our ancestors got there, what was left was scraps, thick leg bones, bones too thick even for hyena jaws to break. And this is what our ancestors ate. Their signature meal was bone marrow.
Early humans would creep up to a stripped carcass, grab the thickest leg bones, and smash them open with stone flakes called Oldowan tools.
Inside was marrow, gray, slick, dripping fat. They scooped it out with their fingers and ate it raw. For our ancestors, this was a feast. No other animal could get at it. They ate the brains too. A cracked skull holds almost a pound of solid fat, and fat is the most calorie-dense food in the animal.
For an ancestor living on scraps, a skull was a jackpot.
We also ate insects, termites, grubs, beetles, fat white larvae the size of your thumb. They crunched like shrimp.
For your deep ancestors, insects were not a last resort. They were dinner. First, fire. The oldest human fire we have ever found is inside Wonderwork Cave in South Africa. It is about 1 million years old.
Once we had fire, we had cooking. Meat roasted over coals, roots buried in hot ashes, marrow bones dropped in the embers.
Cooking is pre-digestion. Raw meat and raw plants force your gut to do hours of chemical work to break them down.
Cooked food is already partly broken apart. Your body spends less energy digesting it and pulls more calories out of every bite.
And scientists believe that as our ancestors started cooking, their guts shrank. That freed up huge amounts of energy, and it all went to one place, the brain.
It is only 2% of your body weight, but uses 20% of your body's calories. You cannot run that machine on raw leaves and termites.
You need cooked, fat-rich food. Cooking gave us our brains, and our brains gave us everything else. By 300,000 years ago, your ancestors looked much like you do today, and they were eating almost everything they could catch, dig up, or reach.
And honey, especially honey. The Hadza, a hunter-gatherer tribe in Tanzania, still eat the way humans ate before farming existed.
They climb dangerous trees, get stung hundreds of times, and keep going back because nothing else in the wild packs that many calories into one bite.
And here is what is strange. That exact same craving is still alive in you today. Sugar. Your brain is wired for it.
Because for hundreds of thousands of years, sugar gave your body two things at once: instant energy to use right now, and extra fuel your body stored as fat. That fat was the only thing that kept you alive when food ran out. A dripping honeycomb was the richest meal most of your ancestors ever laid eyes on.
This is the program running inside you right now. Your body cannot tell the difference between honey in a tree and a donut.
Modern food took that ancient signal and turned it into a business. Soda, candy, cereal, sauces, even most bread. Almost every packaged food on Earth is sugar wearing a different costume. That is why you cannot stop eating it. So, what else did your ancestors learn to crave? Meat. A single mammoth carcass could feed a tribe for weeks. That saved time became time to raise children, teach skills, make better tools, tell stories around fires.
This is why your body still craves protein. Every craving you have today was shaped by what kept them alive.
Let's take a look at our new menu options. We've simplified everything to make ordering easier.
In a cave in England called Gough's Cave, researchers found human bones from about 14,700 years ago.
And the bones told a story no one wanted to read. The skulls had been meticulously cleaned with stone tools.
What was left was the top of the skull, shaped, rim by rim, into a cup.
The long bones had been cracked open the same way your earliest ancestors cracked open antelope bones for the marrow.
And here is where it gets worse. This wasn't starvation. The same cave contains the remains of horses, deer, and other animals.
A 2017 study calculated how many calories a human body actually provides. The answer is around 125,000.
A single bison holds 600,000. A mammoth, 3 million. Humans weren't efficient food. They were a choice. One forearm bone found at Gough's cave was carved with a zigzag pattern after the meat was gone. This wasn't a last resort. This was a ritual.
And Gough's cave isn't the only site. Similar remains have been found across Europe at sites in Germany, France, Spain, and Croatia.
For hundreds of thousands of years, in different parts of the world, humans were doing this to each other, not always to survive. Because somewhere in our history, we decided it meant something. And it gets stranger.
Your ancestors didn't just eat fresh meat, they ate rotten meat. When a hunter killed an animal, they couldn't eat the whole thing at once. So they buried it, stashed it in caves, hid it in cold streams for days, for weeks, sometimes months. By the time they came back, the meat was crawling with maggots and reeked of decay. They ate it anyway,